welcome to Miss Cindy's Kitchen. Tonight I'm going to show you how to make $1 million spaghetti. It's kind of like a hybrid between spaghetti and lasagna. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to brown some sausage, a 16-ounce package of Italian style pork sausage. It also calls for 8 ounces of ground beef, but I don't have the ground beef on hand. I thought I did, so we're omitting it. But anyway, make sure you like and subscribe and share to your friends and leave us a comment. And the first step, like I said, is to brown the sausage with some onion. So we have a pot of water boiling to cook the spaghetti noodles. So basically, the easiest way I can describe the steps in this recipe are: you brown the sausage with the onion, then you add a 24-ounce can of pasta sauce, and then when the noodles are cooked and drained, you cook them on the firm side of al dente because they're going to be cooking in the casserole in the oven also. So you don't need to make them soft because they'll get mushy. So anyway, once the pasta's drained, we add the other can of pasta sauce. So basically you have a layer of spaghetti noodles with sauce and a layer of meat sauce. And in between the two, you have the cream cheese mixture, which is an 8-ounce package of cream cheese, 1 cup of cottage cheese, 1/4 cup of sour cream, and some Italian seasoning. So that's basically how it goes. So, and this recipe is from Better Homes and Gardens. I was looking up a recipe to use for using up some cottage cheese. So I saw that and I thought that was really good. Everybody loved it and devoured it when I made it before. So we're going to brown the sausage. This is a very flimsy tray liner here. So we're going to let that sausage cook. So let me go ahead and brown it with the onions. We're just going to break it up with this little gadget that is basically designed to max. It's called a mix and masher or something like that for browning meat in the skillet. So that's what that is. In the onion. That's basically 1 whole onion. It calls for a cup of onion. A baseball-sized onion is about a cup.
You kind of just threw that onion in there.
Yeah. So, anyway, let me just double-check the directions here. All right. Okay. So, we're cooking the sausage, and then while we're waiting for the water for the noodles to boil. So we're going to stir this up, and once this is done, we're going to mop up the grease, and then we're going to add in 4 teaspoons of minced garlic. A clove of garlic is about a teaspoon, so we mashed up about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic because we really like garlic. And then we also add in a teaspoon of the Italian seasoning to this part of the recipe, along with the garlic and the pasta sauce. So there's 3 different ingredient preparations, but it comes together pretty easily. So alright, so we're gonna let that cook, and what I'll do is I will make up the sour cream mixture. So in this bowl, I'm going to add in half of this pint of cottage cheese. It's a 16-ounce container. We need 8 ounces, so I'm just going to take half. So that's about half of the cottage cheese. And then I'm going to add in, the 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. Alright, let me give the meat a quick stir. You can do both things while you're waiting for the sausage to cook. Whoops. Alright, back to this. We're going to do a 1/4 cup of sour cream. This is a 1/4 cup measure. Alright. And do that, and then we have a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I just bought this. It hasn't got into the bag, into the Italian seasoning bottle yet. This Italian seasoning, I promise. We're not going to make extra special spaghetti. We're making $1 million spaghetti. So we're going to mix this all together. Okay, I'll let that set and then I'll mix it up again before I make the casserole. Alright.
That's going all pretty good.
Yep, and the water is boiling now, so I'm going to prepare the spaghetti noodles. And what I prefer to do for spaghetti noodles is to, well, another easy way to open up a package, you can usually open it like this, but for some reason this one's extra secure, so I'm going to use scissors. And for some strange reason my kitchen scissors are actually in the kitchen. It's a miracle.
Well, we heard you on one of your last videos where they weren't there, so.
Yes. Let me give this a quick stir. Dahlia wants to be in the middle of everything while we're fixing food. She's standing to the side where she can still see. Alright, so let me take off the lid. So what I like to do is take the pasta and break it in half over the water. Let me do this. I prefer shorter strands of spaghetti, especially when it comes to a casserole. And again, it's personal preference. If you like long, slurpy strands of spaghetti, go for it. But I like it this way. Alright. So that's a handy way to break up the spaghetti. You set it in a cup to hold it upright while you break it up. And this is almost ready for the next step. Alright. So we're going to pause while we wait for the rest of the noodles to cook and this part to be ready. And then we'll bring you back when it's ready for the next step. And we're back, and the sausage is cooked and the noodles are al dente. They want them to be on the firm side of al dente because they're going to cook further in the oven. So we're going to put 1 can of pasta sauce with the noodles, 1 can with the sausage, and to the sausage mixture we are also adding in the garlic, and a 2nd teaspoon. There's a total of 2 teaspoons in the recipe. We're going to add another teaspoon to the mixture here. And I'm going to do 1 can of sauce. And let me scrape this out. Alright. Sorry, I can't do this any other way. Alright. And let me put the other one over here. Whoops, making a mess here. Alright.
Isn't that part of cooking is making a mess?
Yeah, especially when you have to stand in a certain position. So we're going to stir up the spaghetti noodles. Gonna mix that all together. Alright. Mix that up. And then we're gonna mix this one up here. Mix this well with the sausage and onion mixture, and add in the 4 teaspoons or thereabouts of the garlic. It's fresh minced garlic. You can use bottled garlic, which I normally do, but I ran out. So I'm using the whole garlic that I had. So now we have the spaghetti mixture, the meat mixture, and there's one last step to the pasta sauce mixture. So we're going to put in a cup of cheese. This is supposed to be mozzarella cheese, however, I forgot to pick some up, so I'm using cheddar. I hear in the Midwest they sometimes have cheddar cheese on their spaghetti, so we'll just pretend it's a cultural variant. So anyway, so
Well, you do say you use what you have on hand.
exactly, and with the crazy weather everybody's having on the East Coast, you can't exactly run out to the store and pick something up if you didn't have it to begin with. So use what you got, work with what you have. So we have a 9x13 pan. The little flecks in there are some stray Italian seasoning, so it's not going to hurt us. I'm not going to worry about it. I sprayed this with the pan spray, the nonstick pan spray. And I'm going to bring the noodles over here. And the way this comes together is you put half the noodle mixture on the bottom of the pan. So I'm going to do about half of this noodle mixture and just a little bit more to make that half. Spread this out. Alright, I'm going to call that half. And make sure you like and subscribe and share this video to your friends and leave us a comment. We enjoy all your feedback. So we're going to get this into the pan. It's going to be the layer between the 2 layers of the saucy noodles. So
Sounds like the name of the pan, the saucy noodles.
it could be. Alright. Alright, so just kind of spread this out a little bit. It's kind of hard when you've got noodles that want to move around inside the pan. So, anyway, just make it work. Alright. I'm going to use this other scraper to get all the goodies off this scraper. Alright, so there's that. Now we do the second layer of noodles. And I think this would be a great covered dish to take to a potluck or to a friend who's under the weather or who's had a new baby, or even somebody who's lost a loved one. If you need to take a meal to someone.
Or if you just want to do chicken spaghetti.
Yeah. We almost always have spaghetti ingredients on hand. So this is just a nice variant of a favorite family recipe. So let me put this back on the stove. Now we're going to, whoops, try not to drop everything.
Okay.
And we put the meat mixture on top of the noodles.
So just for men, it's noodles, cheese sauce, noodles, meat.
Right.
Okay.
And it's all spelled out in the recipe, which we will include with this video. So you can see all the ingredients. So basically, I'll just recap. It's two 24-ounce bottles of pasta sauce, or cans, depending upon the brand. And you'll need 3 cups of cheddar cheese. Actually, it's supposed to be mozzarella cheese, but in my case, cheddar. And then 4 teaspoons of garlic. And a pound of Italian sausage. And it also says to add in 8 ounces of ground beef to the meat mixture, but I don't think it really needs it. And with meat being so expensive nowadays, we don't need it. We don't need this to be break the bank spaghetti. So we'll call it $1 million spaghetti.
How many will this feed? Just out of curiosity.
Well, we're a family of 5, and it made plenty. So I would say 8 to 10 people, maybe.
Okay.
Because we had enough for leftovers and ravenous appetites. So now we are going to top with the remaining 2 cups of, let's pretend this is mozzarella.
All right.
2 cups on top. Just give it a good layer. You can measure with your eyes rather than a measuring cup if you want. So, and then we're going to bake it for about 30 minutes until the cheese is melted and it's heated all the way through. Because remember, the cheese mixture is room temperature / cold. So you want it to heat all the way through. So 350 degrees for about half an hour. So again, we'll recap the ingredients for you in the episode. So you can actually look back at the recipe card.
Watch out behind you. The dog's right behind you.
Yeah, I heard her. Anyway, so we're going to put this in the oven. 350 degrees. About 30 minutes. And we'll bring you back when it comes out of the oven. And our yummy $1 million spaghetti is ready to come out of the oven. This would
cheese bubbling over.
Yep. This ideally would have mozzarella on it. However, I forgot to buy the mozzarella. So. Use what you got.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That looks so good.
Yeah. Alright. So this is going to need to cool for a fair bit of time. So we'll come back and do a taste test when this has cooled off a little bit. And I also cooked some broccoli to go along with our spaghetti casserole. So we'll be back shortly. The casserole has cooled a little bit, so it won't be molten lava temperature. So I find this works better with the spaghetti scoop because you have to scoop up the noodles. So get some of the sauce and the melted cheese.
Ooh.
Doesn't that look yummy?
Does
Yes.
look yummy.
Yes, it does. So good.
Yes.
Logan's here.
And can I grab a fork, please? And broccoli. Broccoli woccoli.
Broccoli waffle.
Yep, there you go.
Okay. $1 million for you. Should I get some of the old cheese sauce? Get some of the meat too.
Dog's waiting for you to
Just
drop
so I
some.
get the full experience. blow in it so I don't burn my mouth.
And see, Logan got an awesome haircut today.
Mm-hmm.
You see our previous video?
Looks nasty.
Yes.
It's just like regular spaghetti, but with that little like cheese sauce. Ooh, just another.
Just elevates it.
Just elevates it, yeah. With another
Yep.
excellent flavor.
And the options are to serve it with some Parmesan and some fresh parsley. I have Parmesan, but I forgot it. And I have dried parsley, which just isn't quite the same. But anyway, thank you again for joining us. And make sure you liked and subscribed and shared this video. And come back again soon.
Thank you for watching Miss Cindy's Kitchen. To get more recipes like this one, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Share it out to your friends, family, neighbors, and leave us a comment to let us know how this recipe worked for you. And don't forget to hit that like button. Again, thank you for watching Miss Cindy's Kitchen.